Hey, beautiful people. I'm Mila.
Hey y'all, I'm Monika.
And thanks for joining us. Hey, girl. How you doing?
Hey, I am here. How are you?
I am feeling wonderful about the prospect of this month. I mean, February, it has events, days, seasons, reasons. I am excited about this month, and it is a leap year month. So it is a 29-day Black History Month. So I am I'm ready to get things started. So of course, you know how we do around here. Everyone, thank you, family, for being with us on the conversation and whatever shenanigans we're going to get into. Monica, how was your week?
My week has been it's been a week, life has been life and I'm just getting a little bit more, not a little bit more, just getting some clarity and staying calm in the midst of chaos.
Okay, I like that. You said some calm in the midst of chaos. You always have something profound for us. So yes, I'll take that. I'm going to use that as the mantra for this week. Okay.
With clarity though.
Okay, we're calm in the midst of chaos with clarity. Thanks, Monica.
How are you? How are you?
You know what? I am doing okay, and there is a strength and a power in being okay, you know? So I am making the most of days and trying to get things done. Spring is possibly on the way. We will know on the second when that little creature, whether or not he sees his reflection or his shadow, I should say, whether or not spring is around the corner or a couple more weeks away. But
Oh, I'm
I am
just glad we're out of that cold
old.
snap. Somebody snapped their fingers and froze everything in Washington a couple of weeks ago, and our child, yeah, if that's the most we gonna get for winter, I'm good. These longer days, and it was almost 60. No, it was 60 degrees a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it was a night.
Looking
It was
forward to it.
nice.
Yes.
Also, you don't want any more cold. You don't want any more drizzle. You don't want 17 degrees. I was like, what? What?
No, I'm a
You.
summer baby. I honestly, I don't even know why I'm still up here.
Well, there is something about the PNW. I say maybe it's Mount Rainier, maybe it's the beautiful lakes and the waters that we're surrounded by, the sounds. I don't know, but there's always a reason to be grateful that you are from Washington. So I'll just put
Hmm.
that out there. But
Hmm.
it ain't the weather, and global warming is feeling real when because I don't remember. And then they were like, oh, I guess in 83 or 84, and I go, yeah, I actually do recall that winter because those hills were treacherous. But
You
it,
remember 83?
yeah,
Girl, you were like 3.5 years old.
mm, I mean, I'm happy with my age. Thank you for putting it out there for the people.
I'm just saying, my mama
Yes,
had to
I'm
tell me.
going
She was like, "No, it's been cold before,"
for
and
like this.
she
Well,
said in '83 she
yeah,
remembers when it was that cold. So
cold. Yeah, no, and so in
I don't
83 we
remember
would
nothing
be
from when I
almost
was 4
four.
years old.
Yeah, well, I do because because during that time, my family really was over in that central district.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what the area is now called, but off of Union, there used to be a post office where
Mm-hmm.
there's now, I don't know, that big random building, I don't know. But it used to be East Union Post Office. And at that time, my mother would be up there, was, working there, and
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother was down the hill. So we, back then, people had to take their jobs seriously, and it was like, it doesn't matter what is going on outside, you have to get your butt to work. So she walked me down the hill though to my grandmother's house, and she slipped. She
Ooh,
slipped. So that's
child.
why it sticks out to me because I
Okay.
was little because I screamed, and it was funny because by the time we got to my grandmother's, who was just off of 26, so it was just maybe 3 blocks, but it was down that icy hill, and people who know the area know that well, it's a nice hill. So when we get there, my grandmother's like, I thought I heard, because you know how deadly quiet it gets when it snows. She's like, I thought
Yes.
I heard somebody out there yelling and screaming. And my mom said, it was. It was Mila. She said, so she had a whole moment. She said, I had to get myself up. She said, I wanted to be on that ground for a minute, Mom. But she said she was acting a fool. I mean, I was worried, I don't know. I
Right.
just seen her just like slide, like bow, And my mom always had a little size on her. So anyway, that's my random story. So no, I do remember that when it was cold like that, because it was a big
Hmm.
deal having to get to work and whatever, whatever. So okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can remember anything before 7.
Okay.
Child, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That's a good point. I mean, Monica, I'm trying to think what is actual my earliest memory that I can remember. And it's vague, but it's probably around the 3, 4 year old mark, because I remember my first word, like I learned how to spell, and like harassing harassing my aunts, and I was
Mm.
definitely under 2. I was around 2, because they would spell. They would get off of work and come to my grandma's, and they wouldn't have, Coca-Cola or Pepsi, and a cigarette. One of my aunts, and she started trying to spell it, because I would get happy when I see the soda bottle. I want that
Right.
pop. And they were like, "No, we're not giving the baby no pop." So she started being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get a pop." And I was like, "Pop, yes, pop, yes, I want that." And they were like, "Oh, damn." They said, "Oh damn." They said, "This one is doing too much. She trying to spell early. She walking and talking." I was trying to keep up, and that is why I really can appreciate how younger siblings seem really advanced in a family where they have older siblings to look up to, because
Hmm.
you're catching up. You're keeping up with your older sibling. You're
Right.
not letting people leave you behind. And for me, that's how I kind of felt about my aunts and my cousins. I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna be the one left behind. I'm right in the mix." Now I know
Hmm.
how to be quiet and get this tea, and then I know how to spill it when it's time too. So, I've been working on being an auntie, I guess, since I came out the womb.
Yeah, see, I'm the oldest child, and yeah, all our we didn't have any a lot of relatives growing up around us, so
Yeah, so that made a difference. But I think the good thing about that, though, when I think about your situation, is you guys would go back though to the South a lot, so you had a
right.
lot of connection with your Southern roots, and because there were enough of us here, an offshoot of the family tree,
Hmm.
that a lot of the cousins in my generation, they don't have those same southern ties, especially when the elders started passing away. They
Yeah.
weren't as connected with the other cousins that were their age. So that's
Hmm.
kind of a lost opportunity there. So,
Right.
I see the good and the bad. I see
Pros
the
and the
good side.
cons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so now that we've had that little mini sidebar, we are back to our favorite month of the year, Black History Month.
It's your favorite month of the year.
Well, I know you like summer. I know it's your birthday month and all that. But this is for the people, okay? So I am definitely definitely a fan. I want to know though, one random question though. I was thinking about it when I was taking notes and we're getting ready for the show. Do you actually know the Black National Anthem?
Let us rejoice and sing to.
So yeah, I felt I felt like that was going to be the answer. And the reason I say it like that is because I think everybody in the community knows that first couple of lines, like lift it, and voice and
Mhm.
sing, your earth and heaven is ringing.
Right.
And then you're ringing but by the time it's like, they come to that, like, duh, sing a song of it's just done. I don't know anymore. And I've been living a long time as Black, and I've definitely known my whole life about this anthem. But yeah, no, I don't know all the words. But you
But
know what? I know how to
I
mouth
don't even
them.
know. Yeah, I don't even know the other one off the top of my head.
Oh well, no, I do. I think I watch a lot more sports, though. Maybe. Yeah.
Mhm. There's
Mhm.
some things I just block out now. So
You said your system. You're not feeling your system with that foolishness. Okay.
and the same with the PA. Yeah, P of A.
Oh, okay. 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 All right. See. Well, thank
Because
you, Monica, for setting it straight.
that just seems, yeah, like a anyways, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I'll leave that alone.
Okay, okay. Well, also, at the beginning of the month, we always do a recap. We talk about what is good, what to look forward to. I already let you people know that it is a 29-day month. Monica, what is happening with that full moon? When can we look for it, and what is it going to be?
Well, the full moon is not until February 24th,
Oh,
and it's typically it's called the snow moon.
hmm. No snow though, please, Lord.
Or a less common name is called the hunger moon.
I
And
don't want none of
so
that either, but thank you, Lord. I'll take hunger
like
over snow.
right, basically it's the
So,
next full moon is February 24th of
okay.
2024.
Oh, okay.
And
Hmm.
so traditionally it's nicknamed the snow moon, and it arises in the skies on the 24th.
Okay.
And it's in the lens of a diligent and detailed oriented sign of Virgo.
Oh, all right. Okay, I was gonna say I'm already here for this moon as long as it's not too snowy. But
Yeah.
okay,
So
all
with
right,
it
all
being
right.
in the earth sign, it's perfect time to focus on the practical ways to turn your dreamiest fantasies into tangible reality.
Okay. Well, we like that. That goes along with what we were talking about towards the end of the year with things being manifested. Like we're done. Like it's here. We've done the work. It's no longer a dream. We're making it our reality. So that's
Hmm.
that's powerful, Monica. I like that. Anything else that you want to mention about it?
I mean, it's of course a Virgo energy, so it's known for being orderly and organized. It's
Mm-hmm.
also good for, like you just said, it's pre-spring cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it'll be easier for us to clear unnecessary clutter out of our life and conscientiously make more space for the abundance that's yet to come.
Mm.
But that's just biblical. You just want to, get rid of all the dead weeds, get rid of
Mm-hmm.
everything, and make space for what you actually want in your life. And so
Mm-hmm.
get rid of them old papers, burn them, shred them, get rid of them old clothes, get rid of them old text threads, text
Mm.
messages,
Oh, oh,
emails,
I hear
phone
you. Mm.
numbers.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
make
clean, you
space.
clean house. You're getting ready. It sounds like you're getting prepared for a spring cleaning, or if you were a gardener, you're getting prepared to be planting and germinating your seeds come spring. So I like that you're clearing out your
Mhm.
garden beds. I like that. I hear you.
In all things,
Hmm.
physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like just clean it out. You know what I'm saying? If you already did a detox this past month in January, you know,
Do
use it out
another
to
one. It's a
do.
new month. It's a new month,
It's a new
Monica.
month, or do one once a quarter. Once
Hmm.
a quarter is a good thing. However, whatever works for you. Everyone body, everyone's journey is different. So whatever works for you.
Okay, I received that. Okay, well, then getting into the heart and the meat of February, because, I believe February is one of the most lit months for events, at least 2024 is. So we'll jump right into it. Now, we know that the second we'll be looking for the groundhog. The first weekend of February, though, the fourth is going to be the NFL Pro Bowl. And Mila is a football fan, so we would, of course, naturally at least have to mention it on the podcast. So it is from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it will be on. It is in Orlando. You
Oh,
might,
it's in Florida. Okay,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Sunshine State.
yes. So that'll be nice. It'll be in Orlando, and I understand why it is now flag football. So it'll be something. You know.
Flag what?
Oh yeah, and them players don't want to get hurt playing a
Oh,
free game at the end of the season. Girl,
oh, it's a free
no.
game.
I mean, like it doesn't. It's a free game because it's not the teams that play them. It's
Uh
more
huh.
like your NFL responsibility plus. Oh, it's an honor to be selected for the Pro Bowl team, and you
Oh,
know,
kind of like with your job, you do a good job and they give you like a pizza party.
yes, it's their pizza party because the night before they have this thing called the NFL Honors where they
Oh
recognize
yeah,
like the Walter Payton Man of the Year, people who have the outstanding like Rookie of the Year, MVP, and so all of those
yeah.
things will be
So
going
they'll be
on.
having libations and eating good. Yeah, they
Mhm.
just gonna be out there for.
playing around. Yeah,
Ish and giggles.
yeah. But it used to be in the past, they would put on their helmets,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes, it can get a little dicey out there. Someone could get hurt
Right.
for this random game that really, in the big scheme of things, is not the game to get hurt on. Don't end your career. Don't mess up next season in advance with this game. So that's happening and going down on the 4th.
Okay.
Okay, and then it still doesn't stop because on the 10th, which is Saturday, we have the Lunar New Year. So this is officially the year of the dragon this year. So get out your red envelopes, make some noise, pop those, pans, firecrackers, whatever to make some noise, clear out like Monica just mentioned, old things that are stale, stagnant, that don't belong, get rid of them. And eat you some noodles. Have a prosperous and
Well,
happy new Lunar New Year. So that's
what's
on
the meaning of
Saturday.
the dragon?
That the dragon is considered a fortunate creature, and it's
Okay.
funny because one of our and shout out to the people who've been listening to support us. You can always slide into our DMs. We are happy to communicate with you on a sidebar. But Uncle Booski, who has definitely been a supporter and a fan, he is a dragon, and so
Okay.
I'm always like he is a lucky. He always have that good energy, and he is very very lucky. So. Shout out to the dragons
I
that are
think you
in the
told me I
house.
was a goat.
Oh yeah, we're both goats because we're born in the same year.
Yep.
With the lunar zodiac, it's based off of the year you were born. So kind of
Okay.
everyone in that year has that same kind of energy they,
Okay.
for that tradition. So and that's just a tradition. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so that's going down on the 10th, and then and then February 11th, which is a Sunday, marks the beginning of Super Bowl Sunday. So the game is actually going to be at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will start officially. Monica, do you even know? Do you even know who is playing in this year's Super Bowl?
The Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Remember? Oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness, girl. Yes. But
But I'm not
really,
really there for that. I
I'm there
mean,
for
I
the
watch it. I'm there for
for
Usher.
Usher. I was like, it's that Usher Raymond concert that will be going on approximately 3 hours into this game, or 2 hour, about
2
2 hours
hours.
into the
Yeah.
game. Yeah, you'll see the Usher concert, and it is gonna dazzle and wazzle, and I am so here for it. And I hope in no way, because I'm already really not excited about this game. Just on a side note, but that's a sidebar. We won't go down. I
I
don't.
think it's just funny they got the same
Colors.
colors.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a fan of either one of these teams. Obviously, the 49ers because they are in our division and they're rivals. So, I guess I want the NFC to triumph because I am not here for Kansas City and I'll just leave it like that. And I don't want to see Taylor Swift that whole damn game if I have to watch it. Because at the beginning of the year, when they asked the young lady to do the Super Bowl halftime, she said, I am not desperate enough in my career. I am paraphrasing, but basic, that is what sis said. I'm not ready. I'm not there in my career where I would have to do the Super Bowl. I have so many other things I want to do. Well, lady, if you show up, sit yourself down and cheer on your man quietly. I do not
Right.
want to keep seeing her because I don't believe she knows football, loves football. She's into the man she's dating, and yay, okay. But I was here when Kelchi still messed with sisters, and I am not about to be here for this foolishness the whole damn Super Bowl game. So that's the sidebar. And run tell that. Okay, so that's going down on the 11th, but also in between all that stuff, some other really important things are happening. And I said I'm not going through the whole month of February
No.
because it's just too popping. But I do want to shout out some days in advance already. So February 3rd is going to be National Missing Persons Day. And I do want to emphasize that. And please, if you don't realize that people go missing, especially women, pay attention.
And women of color.
Yeah, I was just going to say Black and Indigenous, particularly, really have a high rate of going missing, not having any news reports, stories, notifications, and they're kind of cases that usually go cold and they
Right.
don't get resolved. So, I mean, really, if you can do anything, say something. There's websites. We have featured this topic before on our podcast. So, I mean, because we love
And
women, you know?
And there's also an Instagram. We follow it, and I'll have to find the link. There's an Instagram account where they feature, yeah, Black and Indigenous, people of color that are missing. And
Mhm.
so, even if you can just share it and just retweet it, that I mean, that's doing something because it's just the information needs to get out there.
Amen. So please make sure you go to our Instagram pages or any of our social media at Auntie Season Podcast. And, we definitely keep things updated, things that we talk about on the show. We do feature in our stories or in our posts for the day. So that is just something to think about on the third, along with it being Women's Doctor Day, or also known as Women's Physicians Day. And I think that's really important because having someone who can understand what you're telling about your body and actually hears and sees you, having a great physician is paramount to having good health care and being able to really take care of yourself. So
And
I'm happy.
having a woman who has empathy, because she might fit the correct gender for what you want as a doctor,
Hmm.
but child, mm-mm. You better interview. You better interview them doctors like you going on an interview yourself. She got to be more than just a woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
just my
man.
little
I mean, no,
opinion.
that's the truth, sis, because we know that we've discussed that all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and so you definitely know that every
Or
doctor
not even
is,
that. Yeah, just
yeah, is
even if
gonna
she's just a
care
woman.
about you. Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
remember several years ago, and I had to go to another OBGYN, and she just was not empathetic. I'm just like, I don't know if it was because of her military background, because she just felt like
Mm.
she was able to get through stuff and strong. And she was just like, girl, like, what's your issue? Like, you need to go to work. Ma'am, my
Okay.
ovaries feel like they're twisted.
Mm.
And
You
I'm
know what?
over here making red wine just to keep it,
Yeah, yeah,
kosher.
yeah.
Like, what are you talking, girl?
No,
Anyways,
that's real. I mean, no. I mean, we definitely talk about our health experiences, our experience within the health landscape and the healthcare landscape. And definitely, I can imagine, and we've all had our experiences where we know that we have not been heard by our doctors. And sometimes it's just like, let me just get out of this appointment. But you best believe,
make
nope.
sure you leave your review, because there's certain organizations and companies, and they be sending out several
Surveys.
on
Woo.
surveys back to. Go ahead and just fill one of them surveys out, or go ahead and leave a comment. You know,
Okay, I like that. Do you look at reviews though? For example, though, if it was like a Google review, do you actually review things like that or do any research on your doctor before you go to the physician?
well, then I hadn't. I was just trying to get in,
Mm-hmm.
because I was working full time. I was just trying to get in where I fit in. But
Hmm.
now, no, I'm looking at reviews. I'm looking at LinkedIn. I'm looking at your social media platforms. I'm not playing.
You're doing a deep dive. You said I want to know who's looking at my parts. Okay, I love it. I am here for that. Okay, so then moving right along with that point, but we definitely made some points. The fifth is going to be Nutella Day, so I do want to just be like, you know. It's a world Nutella Day. And I had to shout it out because Nutella is one of those polarizing spreads. So anyway, this Nutella Day, the February 8th is Fat Thursday because we're also getting ready to go into Mardi
Dun,
Gras
dun, dun, dun,
season.
dun.
Yeah,
Let the good
exactly.
times roll.
Yeah, so Fat Thursday is February 8th. The 13th is considered Self-Love Day, and also Galentine's Day, and it is Mardi Gras this year. So Monday the 13th, or sorry, that's um yeah, Monday the 13th. No, Monday the
That's
I think it's
Tuesday the
Tuesday. Yeah, I
13th.
was gonna say Tuesday the 13th. It will be a jam-packed day. So have your Mardi Gras Galentine themed events and really, turn up. Let the good times roll. The 14th, of course, is Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day. And then the 16th is National Caregivers Day. And so, you know how
Mm,
important caregivers are, to
yes.
us. Yeah. And if you are not having to care for someone, but someone in your family is doing that heavy lifting and has taken on that call, make sure you support them, even saying something nice about them, bring them
Mm.
lunch one day, do something nice. We all appreciate
A,
that.
a gift card, a foot rub, a nice fluffy robe, a massage gift certificate, something. Some
Monica, we
tea, hot chocolate,
I said we know you were gonna have the list of what to what to do.
some
Uh,
candles.
so you said something, but remember me, okay? The
Right.
17th is National Random Acts of Kindness Day, and I always,
Is it?
yeah.
That
So your
covered.
list can be easily applied to a random act of kindness as well. So,
Well, there's also the February 17th is also a very, very special day
oh, I know what.
with
Oh,
random acts of kindness
kindness.
because the sweetest person and
Yes,
the kindest person
yes.
that you can know would be my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she is celebrating a milestone birthday.
Whoop whoop.
So, happy birthday, mother. We will see happy birthday many times throughout the month, but
hmm
yes.
Yeah, that is. I am a big fan of Mama Monica, and that's why I'm like, wait, what? Oh yeah, Kindness Day, because honey, Mama Monica really is the definition of kindness, and I've always appreciated what that energy looks like in my own life. Okay, so that's the 17th.
Yes, because you look at her, you be like, she's kind, and you, I'm half of her and half of my daddy.
mm, yeah, but you know what? It's so funny because you are very kind. You don't think, I mean, you're not kind in the same way that your mom is kind, but in the same
Right.
way you are. You're very giving and loving and loyal to the people in your life. So don't sell yourself short. I mean, but Mama Monica just do it on a whole nother level. Like
Right.
she's being a good Christian. That's all I'm gonna say. Now we're going to the 18th. It is drink wine day. So after her birthday, we're gonna be sipping on that wine. I said, say less. I have that's listed next to this date. I said, drink wine day. Okay, I got that assignment. So
Girl, it makes my body temperature go up, so I don't know if I'm gonna be messing with any wine anytime soon.
well, that's all I will. I just rediscovered how much I liked wine a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it's funny because you'll try and you're like, oh damn, I want wine, and then I haven't gone back to it, but
I
it did
wish, but
remind me. I said, oh yeah, that wine is nice. Okay, the 19th is President's Day, so that is a Monday. So this month is full of holidays, treats, events, things to think about. So the
y'all better
19th
use
is
your
President's Day.
PTO and make them 3-day weekends into a 5-day week.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And then the 20th is Social Justice Day, World Social Justice Day. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, it is the month where we're talking about our history. And, social justice has always been a fight for Black Americans. And so we appreciate it. So it's the 20th is Social Justice Day. And then, of course, the 29th is our extra bonus February Day. So I am looking forward to all of those. And those are the highlights. Obviously, I did not go through every dang day in February because that's not necessary. You guys gotta, do your thing. I just want to highlight the things I wanted to highlight. And everyone knows that I love football. So this is a bittersweet time of the year for me because the season is officially over after that game that I won't be watching, but that concert that I will be thoroughly enjoying. So
Well, I
yeah,
did
that's
want to
me.
mention a few events, just a
Okay.
few. Everything else will be in our stories or link or on our Facebook posts.
Mm-hmm.
There is February 4th. You were talking about wine. Well, February
Mm-hmm.
4th, there is a launch of Washington's Black owned in home wine tastings with Synergize Joy.
Mm.
And that information will be out there. It's Washington's Black owned wine tastings by a new owner, Joey Burris.
Okay,
I
Joey
hope,
Burris.
yeah, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But there'll be a link on there. Pulling this information from Sync Seattle. That's
Okay.
on February 4th. And then also February 8th, Kev on stage and that chick
Yeah.
Angel. We'll be here February 8th at the Pantages Theater.
Mm-hmm.
You can get your tickets
Bangers,
at.
bangers, 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 bangers. That's what I think. When I hear that, that's what I think of. Bangers, 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 bangers. 2024.
You
Yeah.
can get
Okay. Yeah.
your tickets at Ticketmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the
Yeah.
Pantages in Tacoma, y'all.
Mhm.
And then February 15th, there is a Vibes After 5 presented by Sync Seattle for Black
Mm.
History Month edition, music, networking, and drinks from 6 to 9, February 15th. It is in Seattle. The
Mm.
link will be in there. And
Mm.
then also, I did want to mention February 17th, there is a Black History Month soiree
Mm.
from 6 to 10. And this is at the Bainbridge Island Museum of Art.
Mm. Mm.
Suggested donation is to $10. There will be a link for that information. Those are a few events
Okay.
going on in our region. Um, so yeah.
Well, girl, wait. Okay, I just have to just rewind that. I'm on the Bainbridge Island. I that would be interesting just because I don't think about, okay. I'm excited
I
about all
mean,
those
it
events
is
you
hopefully.
mentioned.
I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to get over there because yeah, we're having a soiree for my mother
Yeah.
that day. But I mean, yeah, but they actually they have events there
Oh,
at that museum. They do have several events going on that island that I've seen in the past. So this won't
that would
be
be
the only
something
one.
to do. Yeah, I was gonna say that's something to do. If you haven't taken a trip over to Bainbridge, hey, we have all these beautiful islands and natural points of beauty and resources in Washington. We should take
Hmm.
advantage of it. I mean, we are talking to people who are all around the world as well, who might go, "Oh wow, they have islands." Yeah, Washington is really quite amazing. So yeah, I was like, it has a lot going on, and then some other stuff. But we definitely talk about all that. So that's good. Now I do, Monica, want to shout out one other thing though, because we did say that it was Galentine's Day and then it is Mardi Gras. I wanted to know, do you have any like Galentine's Day traditions? Have you been enjoying Galentine's Day? What are your thoughts on it? I'm just curious. Since we do celebrate sisterhood here, I'm like Galentine's Day was created as a way for women, not just single women, but just
Hmm.
women to kind of share love and support because sometimes you're going into Valentine's Day and that can be emotionally draining and taxing. So Galentine's Day is like that counterbalance to whatever the heck February 14th is going to be for you. So what are your thoughts on Galentine's Day?
And I mean, I did something last year. I didn't really start celebrating until I had some friends celebrate. We didn't have this whole day back in the day.
No, we didn't.
So
It was actually started, believe it or not, through like I think the TV show Parks and Recreations, I believe in
yeah.
2009. Yeah, but it was such a hot concept that it really took off, and I think people were so you can technically celebrate Galentine's anywhere from I believe it's the first through the 13th.
Hmm.
So it's that first part of the month because believe it or not, February is like National Wedding Month, and there's all these things about like weddings and love, and that could get a little overwhelming. So I'm glad that there is a Galentine's Day. I mean, I think I was having a Galentine's Day event before we were even calling it Galentine's Day with my girls, and I really appreciate it. We went out and we just appreciated that we got our minds right. So I'm here for it. So I hope everyone, sisters, aunties, nieces, nephews, family, hey, participate in a little Galentine's if you can. So.
Moving right along.
Well, I mean, hey, it's always a good idea to show some people love. Miss moving right along. Does your nephew still have to? Do they like give out cards at schools anymore? I'm just curious. You know how like on Valentine's Day at school, you give up those little cheap random cards and those little hearts that say those random messages like "Be mine," "You're
Uh,
cute," "Thinking
I,
of you."
girl, I don't know, and I don't remember honestly.
Okay. Well, all right, that's fair. I was gonna say I think they still do from the kids that I know. So we're gonna say yes.
I mean,
And
like I said before, I like back in the day, when my dad was still alive, he used to always get us get us a gift, get us a card, get us a flowers, and some perfume, cologne, some jewelry. It was one of those two things. So,
okay. So you always had something nice to celebrate the actual day. Okay. Well, I
hmm
am here for it. I'm here for it. Now, before we wrap up, I appreciate getting to get with you. I know we had a couple of weeks where people were like, wait, what's going on? We're still here. We are definitely always looking to make interesting and have interesting conversations. And we also want our minds and our spirits to be right when we come on here too, because we have a good time and we appreciate you spending some time with us. So before we get going though, we have been watching, Mila keep up with the shows, Monica be keeping up with the music, but there have been some shows that we have watched and getting into Black History Month. I know that Monica, you were kind of interested, or you had some thoughts on watching the Bass Reeves Taylor Sheridan produced television show on the life of Bass Reeves, and you were very surprised that this man actually really existed, and that he, did all these things. So, did you want to kind of talk about what you thought about after watching the series? And of course, the series it has some dramatic moments, and it's not always historically factual, but it is very interesting to think about this man Bass Reeves.
yeah, I won't say I was surprised that he, was on this planet. I was not, I was not aware. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? This is information that, of course, is not taught in high school, and I didn't take any additional, African American studies in, the time that I was at college. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, but to know that he became the first American lawman. He was
Hmm.
the first African American deputy U.S. Marshal west of the
Hmm.
Mississippi River. And he was Bass Reeves. He was born July 1838. So I don't know if he was a Cancer or a Leo, but it sounds like he might have been a Leo.
Wait, what date was that again? You said July 18th?
No, he was born July 1838. I don't,
Oh,
it doesn't have a
oh, okay.
date.
They don't say what he. Okay.
No.
Well, he definitely. You know what? He might be a cusper because obviously you had to have a certain amount of compassion,
Right.
but you also had to have, like you said, some boldness, like a lion, to do some of the things that he did. You know.
And so he was a former slave who became a
Hmm.
lawman. He worked mostly in the Indian Territory, born in Oklahoma. And he had, they said that he was probably the Lone Ranger,
Yeah, the inspiration for the Lone
the
Ranger. Yeah.
inspiration for the Lone
Hmm.
Ranger.
Hmm.
Um,
Which that probably blows some people's minds. I mean, I know that kind of during your Bass Reeves search, I kind of found out the difference between being a cowboy and like a cowhand, and like
mhm,
so I was really excited about all that too, because cowboys were what they would say to the black men, to kind of make
right,
them always be boys, and then everyone else that worked with the cattle were cow hands. But now everybody want to be a cowboy, so I don't know, there's just something about when we get our flavor on it, it gets
right.
better.
And he worked 32 years as a federal peace officer.
Hmm.
And he was also a marksman with a rifle and revolver. He developed superior detective skills during his long career. He was married twice because his first wife had passed due to some chronic conditions,
Hmm.
and he had a plethora of kids.
I think what, 11 or something like that they
E-
say.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. And but yeah, it was very interesting. It's worth a watch. It's a series. I believe it's 8 episodes.
Yep, it's on
Mhm.
Paramount Plus is the channel or the network that has created that series. It is by Taylor Sheridan, the gentleman
Mhm.
most known for Yellowstone and bringing these Wild West tales. And I like that all the things that he could have brought, he did decide to tell this story. Now, I was familiar because there's another movie about Bass Reeves out there that my mom made me watch, and
Mhm.
yeah, I was like, "What is going on here?" I said, "This man is kicking in the door," and she was like, "No, he was a sheriff," and so she was trying to give me the backstory
Right.
a few years ago. So, but this one is a wonderful way to watch the series. And like I said, it's a good series. So,
Mhm.
obviously if Monika wanted to talk about it, it had to be pretty good. I mean, there were some parts that made me upset, like his teenage daughter. There was a couple times where I wanted to backhand her. Because I was like, man, don't play with these people. The year is 18 something, 18. You're not able to talk to people any old kind of way and not get your family messed up. So
Right.
that was
And
the only part that kind of got to me a little bit. I was like,
and we don't know if that was, you know what I'm saying, if that was just
oh,
extra.
those drama. We definitely know that
Yeah,
was drama. If you are people, there's
extra fluff that they added.
yes, yeah, and there's a code of conduct. People still sometimes have it in the South, and it has nothing to do with politeness. It just has to do with making the other party okay so I can
Right.
get along,
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, but it's definitely one of those good series. So I'm glad you mentioned that. And then of course I watched something random this weekend because I needed to laugh. It was a comedian. Her name was Dale Harrison. Her special was on Prime, and you know what? She had some really good, funny points she made, including I love talking about the level of friendship that you have with someone. And when I watched it, I had to laugh because I definitely thought about you, Monica, because she said if you can't eat a full meal while you're talking to your friend and they not even notice that you eating because you guys are so into like whatever, she said, then you're not a real friend. And she had all these random little things. And I said, yeah, you know what? That's true. I said, I've been on the phone and definitely been eating, drinking, doing all kind of things while we're having a conversation. So I
Mhm.
appreciated being able to laugh. And then just in the spirit of football season, Snoop Dogg had a new movie out on Prime called The Underdogs, and I did watch it. It is not a family. Well, I mean, I guess if you let your kids watch it, that's fine. Then you probably are raising your kids where the rating system doesn't matter and they're used to hearing cussing and swearing because there's no sexual explicit nature in the movie, but the kids is cussing like like grown folks, and the grown folks is cussing like kids. But Tika Sumter, Mike Epps, tons of sports and NFL cameos. Tony Gonzalez, all these. It's wonderful. It's like the Mighty Ducks for the hood,
Oh,
and then
okay.
and then they really talk about all the work that Snoop's league has actually done in the Los Angeles area. I mean, he started it in 2005, and over 80,000 kids, they're saying, have gone through his youth league program. And it works with kids until they're about 13. But out of
Right.
all those kids that he worked with, about
Mhm.
20,000 of them go on to college. And then he actually has some that have gone on to play in the NFL, including, I believe, one is playing for the Kansas City Chiefs. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
and they're going to the Super Bowl.
Them football
So,
leagues ain't no joke. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Snoop, and Snoop he's coached them, and it was just it's really nice. I think out of a lot of rappers and people you hear about in hip hop, I feel like Snoop is the one that you think of that does give back to the community. Is pretty much like a universal uncle.
Mhm.
He's pretty liked and respected, and he doesn't really once he got out of that confusion in his youth.
Right.
He doesn't really, he's not about bad vibes, even though he's on that
Mm.
gangster, so
Right.
it was a fun.
Him and Ice Cube. Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, Cube. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so you gave me all the good vibes. Now, Monica, you gave us a Black History fact with Bass Reeves. So does that mean that we are skipping having a business of the week?
No, I have a business of the week,
Okay.
and this is not something that I researched. This is something that I had heard on another podcast, and
Okay.
the Friend Zone, which I listen to. I do listen to other podcasts, other
Hmm.
perspectives and different, subjects and things. But Fran or Francesca from the Friend Zone had mentioned there's this app called Too Good. Let me Too Good to Go,
Mm.
and like restaurants and fast food places, unfortunately they have a time limit where food can sit, and after that they have to throw it out. They can't give it to you know food organizations. They have to legally throw it out. So
They're supposed to. Yes.
yeah, they're supposed to. So before someone created, I don't know who created the app, but it is an app that you can download. Someone created an app now, so you can actually, before they throw those, get those foods out of the restaurants, you can actually go and pick it up for a reduced price. And it's kind of like a mystery bag of food
Hmm.
that you're going to get. I mean, you know the restaurant, so you know what type of food it might be.
Hmm.
But it could be, like a bag of bagels, it could be like 18 cupcakes, stuff that they have to get rid of that they're not probably going to be able to, sell. So they're going to give it to you for a reduced price. And I went ahead and downloaded the app, got on
Okay.
the app. You can put the area, the zip code that you want in to, search for restaurants and deals that are near you. And um, they be few and far between because there's a lot of people on this app. So you better get in where you can fit in.
And get your
But
mystery bag from the restaurant of good quality, or the store,
right,
good quality
because
something. Okay.
yeah, like there's one today, Indian Bistro, and you can pick up a dinner between 9 and 9:30 for $5.99. And I
Oh,
went to
okay.
Indian Bistro to see what it was all about, and they got like 4.2 stars out of 5. They got rave reviews of their Indian food there. So
Okay. That was a good example. So, what's the name of this app we need to download again?
too good to go. And
Okay.
this is a great way to try different restaurants without having to pay full price.
Okay, that's true. And I mean, people trying to stack up their coins and get it right. I mean, this is technically the time to be saving them coins, because when the sun comes out, everyone's going to want to be out in the street. So,
Exactly.
outside, yeah, spending that money. So, still treat yourself and have a good time. I love that app. I love that. Anything else then, Monica, we're forgetting to tell our friends today?
Um, I think that is it. You know,
All
that's
right.
it. I don't have anything else to say to y'all. Oh, I did want to mention, yeah, our newest supporters, fans, followers. Gracias. We see you.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. We appreciate that. I mean, we're worldwide. So everyone, be safe out there. Don't get into any trouble, and enjoy responsibly, because there's a lot going down, and have a wonderful, blessed, abundant joy type of February. We'll get with you later.
Be kind. Peace.
Monica, where can they find us at again?
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartMedia, Amazon, and Google Play. And our social media platforms are Instagram, Twitter, which is known as X, and also TikTok.
All right. Remember to call your aunties and your girlfriends and say hi.
Hey.
Bye.